Hello, and welcome to Between Two Stars, the show that sits down with constellations and finds out what they're made of. This week, we'll be taking a look at Cancer, the Crab constellation. To begin with, I'd like to try talking a little bit about the lore behind the constellation Cancer. The tale is said in several different ways, and I'd like to talk about three of them in particular. The first of these says that the great Hydra Hera had sent the crab Karkanos in order to fight Hercules as a part of one of his 12 labors. Unfortunately for Karkanos, Hercules was quite strong in battle and was easily able to defeat the crab. Not only did Hercules defeat him in battle, but he kicked him so hard that he went up into the sky and became the constellation known as Cancer. Another version of the tale says that Hera did send Karkanos, but when he was defeated, she rewarded him for a good effort by making him into a constellation. A third version of this story has appeared more recently, when historians began to question whether or not Karkanos was in fact a part of Greek mythology, or whether he was added later in order to make the 12 labors of Hercules match the 12 constellations of the zodiac. Now that we understand the lore behind Cancer, let's shift to look at the current science as to what's inside of Cancer. The two celestial bodies that I'd like to talk about found within Cancer are binary star systems as well as the Beehive cluster. To take a closer look at binary star systems, you need only look at Beta Cancri. Beta Cancri is the brightest star in the constellation Cancer. It also goes by the name Altraf. What does it mean to be a binary star system? Beta Cancri is a part of a binary star system where at the center of its solar system there are two stars that orbit each other. They are also orbited by several planets, including a super-Earth and 4 gas giants. Moving on, let us talk about the Beehive cluster. The Beehive cluster, also known as M44, NGC 2632, and CR189, is an open cluster found within the constellation Cancer. The Beehive cluster is one of the largest and closest open clusters to our solar system. It is so bright that you can see it with just your eye. This may leave you wondering, what is an open cluster? An open cluster, roughly, is a grouping of hundreds of thousands of stars. The Beehive cluster is estimated to be somewhere between 500 and 600 light years away from the Earth. This means that when you're looking at the Beehive cluster, you are seeing light that is nearly 600 million years old. To give a bit of perspective, the human race is less than 200,000 years old. This means the light we're seeing from the Beehive cluster is more than 3,000 times older than even our oldest ancestors. I would like to thank you for joining us this week on Between Two Stars, and I hope that you'll join us next week for when we explore the constellation Libra. Thank you, and as always, happy stargazing.